What is Jagged Alliance to you might ask? This is a game from the 90s that has been remade constantly through fan patching. And the first time I played this, StarCraft Brood War had just come out, I think. And I was just so excited. It's a game about guns. There's tons of guns everywhere. There's guns, trust me. There's a lot of guns. This game, I've been wanting to do it for a while. It may not be as namesaked as some other larger games out there, but playing XCOM really reminded me of this game, and so this is going to be like my cooldown game in between XCOM Long War and XCOM. So, let's do this. This is a game about a man. This man sits in a cafe somewhere in like Poland and runs a mercenary company to overthrow an evil empress from Romania who married her husband, the leader of Arulco, and then took over control of the country. And she's got an idiot who works for her named Elliot. She just says his name a lot. Elliot! She says it. This game has it all. Voice acting. Crazy ass shit. It's hard as fuck. So let's get to it. So we got max squad size. We're taking it all the way to the max. We're going to set max int characters to 6 so we can have a full squad. Full squad. We're going to increase Bobby Ray quality. What does this mean? Bobby Ray is the dude who sells guns in this game. You go to him, and you're just like, what's up, dude? And he's like, let me get you that shit. So, mark backgrounds, enemies, drop all items. I don't know about half of this shit, man. This is all added way past my time. But let's figure it out. We do not want sci-fi. Sci-fi adds aliens and like super bugs and all sorts of crazy stuff. Nope. Alright. So, you have chosen experience mode. Yes, I am relatively. I mean, I'm not great. I've only beaten it once, but it sure is fun as hell. And you guys like it when everyone dies and I lose, so there we go. Rebel base in Almerto, Arulco.
Charlie, left column, please advise. Please advise. Make it column.
What's happening? Look at that. Look at this state-of-the-art pre-new millennia graphics right here.
Fire station Tango, firewood ready.
Deidreana, our queen for life. Look at these tanks. These tanks are some serious tanks.
Company.
Oh man, are those tanks opening fire on civilians? Whoever's in command of those tanks must be a bad dude. Look at all those civilians being gunned down. Man, bombing civilians? Yeah, they do not fuck around in establishing that the main bad guy of this game is bad. Yeah, sorry. The game was originally 800 by 600, and all the cinematics crunch themselves to that. My day was fine, guys. How was your day? I had a fantastic day. I fucking worked out this morning, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a terrible workout. I haven't worked out in a week. I've been eating carbohydrates and salt. And then I came out of the workout, and I was like, wow, I feel great. How are you, Death Demon 29, Cottontailed, Wavius, and Frog Grower? How are all of you? Look at this dude loading a gun on me. Here I am in the Czech Republic. You want to pull a gun on me, son?
I was happy to hear you have decided to take the assignment. No doubt your inquiries have shown that I, Enrico Chivaldori, speak the truth. In the past 10 years, since killing my father and framing me, my wife has inflicted great suffering upon my people.
Look at how buff
Those
that dude
that may
is.
be of value to her.
Look at them guns.
Imprisoned, beaten, and tortured. The old, the sick, even infants with birth defects are removed swiftly from the population.
Infants. She's killing
Now
infants
it
in
is
this
time
shit.
to remove her. I have brought the money you requested. It is everything I have. However, Arulco is full of gold and silver, and you might be able to convince the miners to help us in the struggle. There also exists a small but determined rebel movement. They are led by a man named Miguel Cordona. If you can locate Miguel, I have written a letter for you to give him. I believe he will accept you and prove to be an invaluable ally. I wish you luck, my friend.
Petrinska Kevidoshke. Look at this state-of-the-art laptop for 1990s. Internet surfer. From Enrico. You do not know me, however, I have been informed that you are in position to help me. I wish to avoid divulging the details of my current predicament electronically, and wonder whether you can meet with me at your earliest convenience. Truly yours, Enrico Chivadore. Further to our discussion last night, I find your terms agreeable. I will need a couple of days to raise the money. While I am doing so, I trust you'll be looking into my story, and we shall be able to conclude our deal shortly. Yours truly, Enrico Chivadore. From the IRIS. As you have requested, please find the background information on El Ruco as a file attachment to this message. Thank you for choosing our services. RIS. Attachment move to the files area. (16:9) widescreen. I am 1920 by 1200, and I have not been able to get it to work very well so far. I am able to meet with you at Petrinska Kavarna in Prague at the time and date you have described. I will bring the funds as required. Yours truly, Enrico Chivaldori. Let's see here. We got a recon report. Recon Intelligence Services. If you don't know where to find us, we don't want your business. Client name, confidential. Client number, 1122. Information requested. Alruco. Geography, history, government, military, background intelligence. Personal check requested on Enrico Chivaldore. Account status, cash prepaid in full. Haruko facts. A small third world country. Very terrain and climate. One major city, capital city of Meduna. 9 towns, remote and mostly rural. 2 airports, Meduna jet aircraft capable, and Drasen light aircraft. 2 medical facilities, Meduna and Cambria. Most of the country's GDP is derived from precious metal exports, specifically gold and silver. The country has some light industry, mostly located in the town of Groom. The government. Dictatorship under the guise of a monarchy for the past 10 years. The ruler, Queen Deidriana Rietman. Most government services, including education, were terminated approximately 8 years ago. The country has also cancelled all recreational and social programs, including public health and welfare. Substantial armed forces for a country of its size. 2 infantry divisions, the General Army, and the Queen's Guard elite forces. Let's see here. You are saying that if I relaunch the game with screen resolution set to 22, interesting. Yes, I got your... So let's see here. We've got a lot more of this report to do, but we will save the game. I think you do that by shutting down. Ah, here we go. It is somewhat bigger, but not the biggest. So, empty slot. Save game. Quit. Okay. Run the INI editor. Screen resolution. Where do you find the screen resolution? I've got the Jagged Alliance 2113 INI editor open. Thanks for helping me with this, by the way. J8. Oh, interesting. And so if I search for screen underscore resolution, this resolution of the game is currently 21. If I set it at 22, okay. Save game. We'll see if this works. Things are happening. For some reason I can't skip these. There we go. Pressing buttons did work. But if we go full screen here. Oops. That looks pretty full screenish. That's still kind of small. I don't know. I don't think it made much of a difference. Let's see here. I think we left off with Queen di Tirana is Supreme Commander of entire military. A general heads each of the forces due to rapid turnover. The name of the current generals is not available. Relatively small air force, minimal heavy and light armament. Military forces appear designed to put down internal conflict and civil unrest. Oh, you know what? Someone just sent me a message about how I did that. Could be I did it wrong. Alright, I'm gonna try again one last time. Possible I may have made a mistake. Let's try this. A2, the INI. It'll make the difference when you're actually deployed. Okay. Well, let's finish reading this stuff and then get to shooting, folks. Getting hassled by the settings. This game does have just a little bit of age to it if you want to... You know, it's only like almost 20 years old. Economy. The country is rich in natural ores. Mining operations have been ongoing for more than 11 years. Believed to have 6 gold and silver mines, 5 of which are in current operation. The rate of ore extraction and exportation has been astronomical. The imposed switch from self-sufficient agricultural economy to one dominated by extracting and exporting natural resources has dramatically reduced the per capita income to a 1/12 of what it was 15 years ago. Much of the country's wealth has been spent on importing vanity goods for the Queen. The remainder of the national budget is allocated to propping up the military with foreign expertise and equipment. The majority of the population is, in fact, destitute. Eruko's previous government has been considered a unique democratic monarchy. Although the country was run as a kingdom ruled by a king and queen, free elections were held every 10 years to assert their legitimacy. The only two different Arucan families have ever been considered to have bloodlines worthy of power: the Chivaldori and Cordona families. The Chivaldori family ruled Aruco for over 120 years, with the exception of a period between 1938 and 48 when Pepe Cordona was elected king. It has been widely documented that the switch between kings was due to the population's belief that the Chivaldori family was too pacifistic to deal with a world at war. The nation believed the Cordona family had the fortitude to lead them through the turmoil. At the end of the Cordona's family's first 10-year term, the world was at peace again and the reigning king lost in 1948 election, removing the Cordonas from power. The Cordona family subsequently returned to their hometown of Armerta. Feeling bitter and cheated, they began a peaceful political campaign to reinstate their leaders, their family, as the rulers of Aruco. Andrea Chivaldori governed Aruco from 1948 till 1988, when it was decided it was time for his only child, Enrico, to take his rightful place. It had been said that the king's ill health, the queen's death, and the discovery of gold and silver in the countryside all pushed Andreas to cede the throne to his well-educated son. The election in 1988, however, was expected to be extremely close. Enrico Chivaldori faced an extremely popular opponent by the name of Miguel Cordona. It has been reported the king felt his son should take a bride. The wedding would have been a strong, positive influence on the election, thus guaranteeing a Chivaldori victory. The king was confident that his son had the compassion and qualifications to ensure that the wealth from the mines would be distributed fairly among the populace. A discreet yet hasty international search was carried out for a woman of the right pedigree. Adriana Rietman of Romanian descent was chosen. RIS could obtain no further information on Adriana and Rietman, as all records appear to have been destroyed. A search for family members and friends, however, continues. Any further information obtained will be forwarded. Within a year of Enrico being elected king, his father, Andrea Chivaldori, was found dead in his bed. The autopsy results established poisoning as the cause of death. A significant amount of circumstantial evidence led to the arrest and imprisonment of Enrico Chivaldori for the death of his father. On the night before Enrico's trial, 4 armed escorts were firebombed while transferring Enrico to the courthouse. Palace officials blamed Enrico's assassination on Miguel's rebel forces, asserting the violent act was committed to conceal their involvement in the murder of Andreas Chivaldori. Intelligence. Please note that the following is highly speculative information. Highly speculative information. There we go, that's the voice I'm going to go with. Unconfirmed sources claim that 4 guards had been ordered to turn Enrico Chivaldori over to the Omerta rebel camp rather than deliver him to the courthouse. Queen Adriana had been certain that Miguel Cordona would kill Enrico, and thus eliminating the enemy of Aruco and the only remaining member of the Chivaldori family. 5 severely charred bodies were found in front of the courthouse the morning of the trial, and 2 were positively identified as members of the escort team. The evidence alone prompted the conclusion that Enrico had died in the aforementioned firebomb attack. 9 years of rule under Queen Adriana has left the country in shambles. It has suffered greatly under her iron fist, and there have been reports of unspeakable exploitation, cruelty, and genocide. All members of the judicial system have been executed. The rule of law has become the law of death. What is considered a crime is determined at Adriana's whim, and no matter the crime's severity, the usual punishment is death. Somewhat substantiated rumors assert that Adriana has been researching and stockpiling weapons of mass destruction for an undetermined purpose. The population has been living in constant fear. They have grown accustomed to witnessing the fateful results of the slightest hint of subversive behavior. As a result, they cannot be relied upon to assist in any sort of military retaliatory action. Miguel Cordona's rebel force has begun to receive outside funding to purchase the arms necessary to engage in small-scale skirmishes. Queen Didriana canceled the election that was due to be held in 1998. Within the same decree, she declared herself ruler for life. 2 months ago, Aruko's military forces attacked the Omerta rebel base. It is believed it was totally destroyed. There, though, have been unconfirmed reports of survivals. As previously stated, Enrico Chivaldori is dead. Therefore, no current information is available. Here at Recon Intelligence Services, we hope you are satisfied with our search results. We wish to remind you that we consider our relationship an ongoing one. If any new information becomes available, we will be more than happy to forward it to you free of charge. If you have any other inquiries, please feel free to contact us at any time. We would be pleased to extend our services to you once again. Thank you for your patronage. RIS. Alright.